What's up, man? I want to talk about, pundits on TV. They always talking about a superstar in basketball. Is this guy's a superstar? To me, they throw the word around, too much. There's only about maybe 4 or 5 superstars in the NBA. Now, I have a criteria for my superstar, but I'm gonna name some players who I think that are superstars, and the criteria will just fall in line. LeBron James is a superstar. Steph Curry is a superstar. Kawhi Leonard is a superstar. Durant is a superstar. Now that's 4. Now I don't have 5. I probably have 4. I could be missing someone. You know what I'm saying? If I'm missing someone, a person can, leave me a message down low, in the message box and tell me I missed this guy and why did I miss that guy, and if my criteria, if he fits my criteria, then yes, I did miss him. But my criteria fits like this: if you won a NBA championship or multiple NBA championships, a Finals MVP, and or a regular season MVP. Now, you don't have to have necessarily win a regular season MVP if you have at least a Finals MVP, because you're the best player and you led your team to that Finals MVP and you got a championship. To me, that's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? You have to differentiate guys in the NBA, because if you're just going to throw around superstar for players that have not really achieved much, then what separates the superstars from the guys is the stars. A star is a guy that goes to the All-Star game, multiple years, lead his team to the playoffs, but doesn't win a championship. He could be a star. But I can't say he's a superstar if he have not achieved the things that I said he needed to achieve to be a superstar. So, Kawhi Leonard, for instance, he doesn't have any regular season MVPs, but he has 2 Finals MVPs with Toronto and 1 with the Spurs. And he has 2 championships. You know what I'm saying? In one championship, he was the unquestioned best player. Now, the one with the Spurs, you can say Manu Ginobili and Duncan, and even though Duncan was older, you can say Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker was the 2 best players on that team. You can make that argument. And that's fair. Kawhi Leonard was a little bit younger back then, but he did win the Finals MVP. But I can understand people saying that he wasn't the best player. That's fine. But when he was with Toronto, he was the best player. He won the Finals MVP, and they won the championship. So he's a superstar. LeBron James, 4 times. He has 4 regular season MVPs. He has 3 Finals MVPs, and he has 3 titles. So he's a superstar. Steph Curry. Now, like with Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry is missing one component. Steph Curry doesn't have any Finals MVPs, but he has 2 regular season MVPs, and he has the first unanimous MVP winner, and he has 3 championships. You know what I'm saying? One when he was an unquestioned best player, and the other 2, him and Durant was 1 and 2, 1A, 1B best player on the team. However you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? And Kevin Durant has a regular season MVP, 2 Finals MVPs, and 2 championships. So those are superstars. It ain't that many superstars. I know people want to say Anthony Davis is a superstar. Anthony Davis is not a superstar. He got his team at the first round once. That's not a superstar. He's a really good player, but he's not a superstar. He's a star. I know somebody said the other day that Devin Booker was he a star or a superstar or something like that? Devin Booker is not even a star. Devin Booker has not even been to the playoffs. I believe Devin Booker made his first All-Star team, last year or something like that? He's not a star. He's not even a star. He can score the basketball, but see, don't get mixed up that the guy can score the basketball with the guy being a star or a superstar. Jason Tatum. You know what? I can say Jason Tatum is a star. He made the All-Star team. He's been in the playoffs. He's been deep in the playoffs, twice. So I can say Jason Tatum is a star. You know what I'm saying? He's a star. A new star, but he's a star. you know. But it's Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is a really, really good player, man. He hit some big shots. I remember he hit the big shot on the Rockets a few years back. He hit the big shot last year against Oklahoma City Thunder with Russell Westbrook. He hit it on Paul George. But and he's a star. Damian Lillard is a star. He's a star. But he's not a superstar. He has not one regular season MVP. He hasn't even been to the final. He hasn't even been to the finals. So he doesn't have a finals MVP. He doesn't have a championship. He's been to the Western Conference finals once, I believe once. He could have went twice, but I know he went once against Golden State. And he got swept in that series. But he's a really good player. No doubt in my mind, no doubt in a lot of people's minds. But he's not a superstar because we have to have different categories for these players to put these players in the right perspective. Now, Chris Broussard said that the reason why he was not expecting a whole lot from Damian Lillard is because Damian Lillard was not a star. So he said not a superstar. Now that he believes that Damian Lillard has arrived as being a superstar, you know what I'm saying? Because Damian Lillard scored 60 points three times three times in the regular season in 1 year. Only person to do that was Wilt Chamberlain. That's nice that he scored 60 points three times in the regular season, but Michael Jordan scored 60 points in playoff games. So, you know what I'm saying? Playoff games are more higher esteemed than the regular season. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Damian Lillard, but, you know, it's the regular season, man. You know what I'm saying? And this league is wide open. It's going to be a lot of guys going to be scoring 60 points. It's going to be a lot of guys. By the time this era, because the NBA has changed, and I don't see it going back to the defensive era. So Michael Jordan, when he stopped his career, I believe Michael Jordan was third on the all-time scoring list or something like that. Now Kobe has taken Michael Jordan down, and LeBron James has caught Michael Jordan. James Harden probably gonna catch Michael Jordan. Kevin Durant probably gonna catch Michael Jordan. It's gonna be a lot of players that are gonna catch Michael Jordan in that scoring, on that scoring list. By the time we probably gonna look up in 20 years, and Michael Jordan probably gonna be number 20 on the all-time scoring list. I'm telling you, because the NBA is so wide open, it's gonna be a lot of players gonna score 60. Devin Booker scored 70, a few years back. So a lot of this stuff has to be put in perspective on how wide open the game is, how, you know, you can't impede none of these players' progress much. You know what I'm saying? You can't hand check like you used to. You can't be physical. Now they do let you. The NBA still lets you have a little physicality in the playoffs more than the regular season, but you don't have the physicality like you used to have in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up watching basketball, I'm 43 years old, so I watched a lot of basketball, man. So I watched the era of, you know, the 80s and the 90s. Now the 90s defense, probably all the way up. I say probably 90, 91 to about 2000 and probably 5. The league was really, really defensive minded, defensive oriented, right up in there somewhere. So, like I said, we have to start now. Get back on Chris Broussard. Now he said he's going to start holding Damian Lillard to the superstar status. See, this is why a lot of these players get ridiculed and a lot of these players get taken out of context, is because a lot of these pundits and a lot of people call these guys superstars. He's not a superstar. He's not a superstar, period. So when Chris Broussard said he's going to start looking at his career from here on out as him being a superstar, that's how he's going to start grading him. If he don't at least get to the championship or threaten to get to the championship, get deep in the playoffs every year from here on out, he's going to start criticizing him. But like I said, the criticism that he's going to give Damian Lillard is a little unwarranted, because he's grading Damian Lillard on a high pedestal that Damian Lillard has not even achieved yet. In my estimation of being a superstar, because if you want to call Damian Lillard a superstar, you can call Jason Tatum a superstar. See, then you can start calling all these other guys superstars. When these guys are not superstars, man. You have to be able to it's a difference between a Hall of Fame player and an all-time great player. Dominique Wilkins is a Hall of Fame player. Scottie Pippen is a Hall of Fame player. Tracy McGrady is a Hall of Fame player, even though I don't think Tracy McGrady should have got in on the first ballot, but Tracy McGrady is a Hall of Fame player. Then you get all-time greats: Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You see how it's separated? Like I said earlier, you have stars. You have stars like Kemba Walker, Jason Tatum, like I said. Who else is a star? James Harden is a borderline superstar. He's a borderline. If he get a title, then he's a superstar in my book, because he does have a regular season MVP, but he's not he's still a star to me. Now he's a higher level star than Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker, but he's a star. He's a star. Then you like I said, you got superstars like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard. Those are superstars. You see how they are all category? Like Damian Lillard is a star. So he goes down. He's in the third tier. You know what I mean? He's in the second tier, because you got good players, you got star players, and then you got superstars. So he's in the middle. Now he has to win now if he win a championship, most likely if he win a championship, he's going to win Finals MVP. Then he's a superstar. Overnight, he could become a superstar. But that's my take on it, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. I'm out.